It's incredibly concerning considering the audience that TikTok typically brings in, like the age of the audience. It's very concerning that he's on this platform. He has already posted dozens of videos. There's lots of him in his goofy ninja costume, which he is now calling his blackout superhero costume, and then a couple about him ranting about bullying. So we're just going to start making our way through today, and you guys can see the content that he's making on his newest attempt at being on a new platform.
Hello, my friends. My name is Blackout, and I'm here to tell you guys my story. Over 7 years ago, I was a victim of cyberbullying, so badly to the point that 5 years ago, I attempted to take my own life 2 different times.
No, you didn't. The stylus was no more serious than the 7 Tylenol or the wrist squeeze.
And in those moments, I made a realization that I could either stay a victim or step up and be a voice. And that's what I'm choosing to do. To be a voice for you guys. To inspire you to be the best versions of yourselves that you can be. Because I know what it's like to feel alone.
I love that he always wants to be an inspiration to other people and tell them how to live their lives better when he can't even get a job or get out of his grandmother's attic.
I know what it's like to be bullied to the point of wanting to take your own life. I've lived it for many, many, many years. And I want you all to know, if you are going through that, you, my friends, my brothers, my sisters, my friends, you are not alone. Because my goal is to not only try to end trolling communities such as Kiwi Farms and other trolling communities like that, but also to inspire you guys to be the best version of yourselves that you can be every day. And just know that if you are being bullied, you, my friends, are not alone. You are not alone in this fight. You have people like me, Blackout, here to help you and here to inspire you and to push you to be the best version of yourselves that you can be every day. And just know that I'm riding with you all every second of every day. I love you guys. Stay strong and we can make it. I love you, my friends.
I don't know what's stranger, is him randomly inserting the accent in at the end there, him being projected with his shoulders that already don't exist cut off in front of an AI-generated image that's supposed to be him wearing the costume that he's currently wearing. The fact that he hashtagged this video anti-bullying, hashtag superhero, and hashtag stop bullying, which is going to, again, bring in exactly the TikTok audience that we don't want him talking to. The entire thing is just bone-chilling. But we're going to move on to the next one because this first little intro video here was kind of short, but the next one is one of his classic I'm telling my story videos. And it's interesting to see, he thinks he's got a brand new audience here, how he's going to try to spin it this time.
Oh, my friends.
Gotta love that he didn't even line up the bottom of his camera with the bottom of the image, so he's just clipping out on 7 different angles here.
Blackout here. I'm here to speak to you guys about an important subject, which is bullying on the internet and digital terrorism. Some people say that digital terrorism doesn't exist.
I mean, no, it exists in the sense that, people will mass hack into, a bank or a government website and take down a power grid or something like that. That's digital terrorism. Someone saying something mean in the comments section of your newest rant video is not digital terrorism.
But it does, because I've lived it. Some people say that cyberbullying is easy to walk away from. They're wrong. It's not easy to walk away from. Because for 8+ years, I was a victim of digital terrorism and cyberbullying myself. I went through 8+ years of a never-ending nightmare that I didn't think I would escape. And it got so bad to the point where 5 years ago I had attempted to take my own life 2 different times within 1 year. Friends killed because of a terrorist group online known as Kiwi Farms. Several of my friends killed, and other victims' family members killed. And one of those people being somebody by the name, who I just learned about by the name of Tofia Chu, whose brother was systematically killed by this terrorist group because she started to see what was going on, and she tried to call them out. And what did they do? They killed her brother.
Okay, so again, I always say like the death grifting that he does is one of the more disgusting things that he pretty much ever does, except for the thing that he's most famous for, which of course is, Your Turn Cutie and Blind Billy and all that. Even though I don't necessarily think that Tofia Chu or even Brother Chu were good people, what happened to him is still obviously a tragedy. Nobody should go out like that. But Albuquerque is a very high crime area, and they were living in a car outside 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That crime was a carjacking, and there's never been any evidence to prove that it was anything but that. So for Cyrax to try to recategorize this crime as being trolling related so that he can make himself more of a victim and maybe gain more sympathy off of someone else's brother's passing is just ridiculously nasty. I also don't know why he even tells these lies because they can be corrected with a simple Google search.
And I am here to speak for those that are no longer with us. I'm here to be the voice for those people. And to the police and law enforcement out there that say that I am a vigilante, I am not a vigilante.
Okay, so this really goes into the whole superhero cosplay that he's doing now. No one is calling him a vigilante. He's hashtagging his own videos superhero and black out the hero. So he's trying to be like some type of one-line hero character, like that Skyline guy or something. But he's dubbing himself that and then being like, no, 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 I'm actually not. The police are just saying that. It's so bad. It's like yelling, Cyrax is so cool in a room full of people and then looking around and going, wait, who said that? Guys, calm down. I'm humble. I don't need to be called a hero.
For those that think that I am a villain because I'm calling out certain people, think what you want. But when it comes to law enforcement, I'm not a vigilante. I'm merely doing what you guys refuse to do.
Can you be a vigilante if you don't leave your house? If you don't leave your grandma's house? If you don't leave Karen's house?
And speaking up for those that don't have a voice, and doing the right thing, and not letting a gun or a badge get in the way of me helping someone. And if you guys don't know what I mean, is if you ask any police officer about bullying, they will tell you to turn it off and walk away. And for the most part, they are right. But also, it's not always that simple. And I am living proof of that. That it's not always simple. It's not always sunshine and rainbows. You can't always walk away from it. Because sometimes these troll groups, such as the terrorist troll group known as Kiwi Farms, takes things to real life. Me, I've been shot at, brutally beaten half to death, put in the hospital 5 different times.
Okay, you go to the hospital because you don't eat anything but lukewarm Hot Pockets and you drink coffee that's been spiked with alcohol and God knows what else. The time that you were beaten was because Marty challenged you to a fight after you challenged him to a fight 1,000 times. So you showed up to his Airbnb, you left your own home, and you went to his location to consensually fight him. And then you lost, and it could have been way worse, but he basically just pinned you down and then made you surrender and let you go.
Bitch! No! Get the fuck out of here. Who's the king? You are? Then run away now. And shut the fuck up.
Fine. You win. You win. You win. Please let me go.
And obviously, you were never shot at. So, like, everything that he says that's supposed to be this proof of him being a victim is just stuff that never happened.
Faced death multiple times. Yet no charges were brought about on these people. Why? Because these people that did this shit live in different states. And I'm not asking for pity. I'm not asking for pity from anyone.
That is literally what he's begging for right now. All he wants is sympathy. He is an emotional vampire. At least when Tofia Chu begs, she begs for money. I almost respect like her and DSP and Wings of Redemption more, just asking for cold hard cash. The only thing Cyrax actually wants is for you to feel bad for him.
I'm asking all of you that are watching this right now to do the right thing and speak up against groups like Kiwi Farms. To speak up against these terrorist groups that are being allowed to run free on the internet and get away with this shit. And their tactics are very diabolical and very evil. First, they pretend to be your friend, and then they try to push it further and further if you don't do it. And then if that doesn't work, they then go after you to the fullest extent. They go after your friends, your family, your livelihood. And they even try to set you up sometimes like they did me. They set me up to make it look like I did something that I didn't do, which almost ruined my entire life. And they don't care what the results are. They don't care about the consequences of their actions. They only care about one thing: chaos, terrorism. And to anybody out there that is a family member of any other victim that Kiwi Farms has claimed, you guys have my deepest and most heartfelt condolences. And to those of you that don't know what Kiwi Farms is an online digital terrorist group that claims to be trolls, but they're not. They're an internet terrorist group that attacks people and pushes people to...
I wonder what it is about the farms that really got under his skin this time, because, I mean, he's got like one of the biggest threads on the farms. They've been lampooning him for years on end, doing all the heavy lifting, archiving and making memes about him and digging into his personal information. So, like, he has been a subject of tons of attention on the farms for a really long time now, but he very rarely brings them up. For a long time, I didn't think he knew the difference between Kiwi Tapes and Kiwi Farms, so I wonder what it is that, like, drew one of his lazy eyes towards them this time.
If you go to wikipedia.com and then type in Kiwi Farms or type in Kiwi Farms Wiki, you'll see their Wikipedia page where they have caused many people to commit, and yet they're being allowed to get away with this. And that's not okay. We need to stop being silent about mental health. We need to stop being silent about these troll groups, about these organized digital terrorist groups, and start speaking up. We need to start doing the right thing and speaking up, because if we the people don't start speaking up, then who will? Think about how in 10 years from now, if these terrorist groups are still around, how will it affect our kids and their kids and their kids after them? We need to think about that, and it starts with you guys. And the reason I know that these terrorist groups are organized, I just learned of a young lady not too long ago by the name of Tofia Chu, whose brother was systematically killed by Kiwi Farms foot soldiers after she learned about what happened.
Yeah, again, this is insane. He's pulling this completely out of thin air. There is no evidence at all to suggest that the farms had anything to do with what happened to Brother Chu. It was a random carjacking. Somebody wanted to steal their crappy car because it's Albuquerque, and unfortunately, life is just like GTA in Albuquerque. People on the farms were not sending hitmen after Brother Chu, like, for a laugh.
And she was trying to call them out and do the right thing. And what happened? Her brother was brutally killed right in front of her. Right in front of their home.
In front of their home? What is he even talking about? Is he considering the car to be their home because they were living in a car at the time? I don't even think he really knows what happened. Like, I don't even think he has the basics of this situation down.
And the people never got caught. That's how these people operate. So I'm not asking for pity on my life, because my life's in a very good place right now. I'm asking for help from all of you watching to do the right thing, to step up to these troll groups. I also learned of another young man that I will speak on in my next video. Well, two young men, I should say, that I will speak on in my next video, whose lives were ruined. One who is in prison, another who is in a mental facility because of this group and because of these people.
I swear to God, if he brings up Daniel Larson and Andy Ditch, I'm gonna lose my mind.
But I want you all to know that I love and care about each and every one of you guys. And I hope that you guys have it in you and have the heart to speak out against these groups. At a later date, I will go into full detail about some of their operations, how they affected me, what they did to destroy my life to an extent.
Bold of you to assume that there's going to be a later date for this account.
That I had to fight like hell for the last 8 years to regain. But if you are getting bullied, just know that I care. And to those of you out there that think that cyberbullying is escapable and that you can just walk away from it, that's not always the case. If your child your brother, your sister, your family, if they say they're getting bullied by a group, by someone online, listen to them. They know what they're talking about. Help them. Let's stop bullying and let's shut down these terrorist groups for good.
Alright, so that's inspirational video number 2 on his TikTok account, but it doesn't end there. He has been going crazy. It's like all of his internet rant energy has been building up for months, and now he's just releasing it in one big shot onto TikTok, like he does to that toga statue on his computer desk if he hasn't gooned in like 3 hours. So guys, hilariously enough, as I was making this video, I went to scroll to the next one, and the account was taken down. There were like 20 more videos on there that we were going to go through, but it's gone. I knew it wasn't going to take long, but I'm shocked that it happened that quickly. This community is absolutely unbeatable. At the time of this recording, William Gloryhole had made this post about 2 hours ago, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is all it took. Well, since our journey into the Blackout TikTok account got cut a little bit short by the very good news that it no longer exists, I don't want to end the video too early, so I pulled some archive footage from the Raxology page that I've been wanting to cover. I'll tack this on here so we can keep the party going for a little while. This is from September of 2018, and it's titled, "We Are Tired of Being Victimized," which is kind of an ironic thing for a video in 2018 to be titled, when his life is exactly the same, if not worse, literally 8 years later. So now, without further rambling, let's get right into it.
What's up, guys? You guys think I'm looking like I'm hurting or tired or whatever? It's because I am. Because I'm in serious pain. Now, I know normally I don't show any of you this, but I want you guys to see the reality of what really goes on whenever I'm not home, whenever I'm going out to do stuff.
When is he not home? What does he go out and do?
What people like every day go through. And this doesn't just apply to me. This applies to everyone out there that's being treated the way that I get treated. And it's not fair. If you guys remember yesterday, if you guys saw my live stream yesterday, I did say I was going out to get some videos for a vlog and do some photography. Well, I was.
He glitches bad all the time, but what the hell was that one? I don't even know what sound he just made there.
I was actually going to do that. If you guys don't remember Andrew's brother, the one that I took pictures of, if you guys don't know, you guys could look in my photo album of photography and photography art. His pictures are literally at the bottom of that. But he is Andrew's brother. If you guys don't know Andrew is the guy that slammed me into a stop sign a couple years back and caused me to have severe back issues ever since.
You know, every cow, Cyrax, Tophia, Nova, any little altercation or incident that they have even one time, they like to act like they have a lifelong injury from which they can never recover, and it has created like a permanent disability.
Sad thing is, cops never did anything about it because he didn't admit to it. He didn't admit to what he did.
Yeah, that's how every police interaction works. You'll never be held accountable for any crime if you refuse to confess. They just have to be like, oh, well, we couldn't get it out of him. That's a wrap.
Well, today, I was going out to get some photos up about the lake. There's this really cool S-shaped hill that I was getting a really cool picture of, getting up on top of to get a nice view shot of the lake. Because that hill, it overlooks the lake. It's a very nice shot. Very nice shot, and I was going to do that. Well, I had my skateboard today. Because as you guys know, I'm a skater. I love to skate.
Oh, we'll have to add that to his many list of talents. I guess that means alongside playing Forza, he's also played Tony Hawk's Ride once.
Been doing it since I was a kid. But I was up there skating around and getting photos and stuff. I stopped up at the top of that hill to get some photos. Andrew's brother comes along from behind. All I hear is, "Hey, asshole." I turn around. Next thing I know, Andrew's brother holds his foot out, shoves me down the hill.
What a weird lie to tell. He lies about falling down hills kind of regularly now that I think about it. Like, this is almost identical to the Mount Akron story from when he got trapped at the mall. Except in this one, he's telling the lie that there was actually like someone that caused it to happen as opposed to him just tripping.
I go down the hill, and at first I'm thinking, alright, I'm going down the hill, I got this. But no, I didn't have it. My board started going out of control like this, like wobbling back and forth, thanks to him. I get halfway down the hill. I get launched forward. My board truck, my board slams to the ground, the truck spins out of its socket. But when I hit, I don't just land, like regular. I land elbow first, and I literally scorpion foot over head, and I wind up landing on my back. And as a result of that, is this.
Dude, I'm gonna lose my mind. He fell off his skateboard and scraped his elbow, and he's talking about it like it's a heinous, life-threatening injury.
Scraped up and banged out my entire fucking elbow. And I got my knee and hips a little bit too, but those are like small things. But this is the kind of stuff that I deal with every time when I go outside to hang out with whether it's to hang out with my friends, whether it's to, do whatever. And the sad thing is, because of me going to jail back in 2012 when I did, I'm not allowed to fight back. So if somebody were to hit me, I'm not allowed to fight back.
No, that's literally not how that works at all. Yes, if you have prior assault charges, they're going to be a little bit more skeptical about any self-defense argument that you try to make, but you are still allowed to defend yourself, especially just with your hands. It's not even like we're talking about with a weapon here. That's just factually not true at all. If your life is threatened by somebody else, even if you have prior charges, you are allowed to defend yourself. There's no law that's ever going to tell you that you have to sit there and let them take your life.
Even if I'm just purely defending myself, I'm not allowed to fight back by judge's order. But here's the thing. When am I allowed to defend myself? When I'm almost dead? No. I guarantee you next time I see that asshole, I guarantee you I'm kicking his fucking ass.
I also love that he pushed you on your skateboard is the lie that you're even trying to tell. So he's not even telling a lie that sounds like something that would happen to an adult who had someone harassing him. He's telling a lie, again, of like a high schooler.
Because people like me get victimized every fucking day, and we're tired of it. There are people like me that get victimized like this every day. We get bullied, we get beat up. Yeah, I'm older than him, I get it, but what is enough? The cops around here, they won't do shit. Last time, when I got my back fucked up, they said they told me that they wouldn't arrest him because he wouldn't, whenever Andrew slammed me into that stop sign post and fucked up my back, they sat right there and they told me the most bullshit lie. I didn't need to go to the hospital when clearly I was in major pain, like I could barely fucking walk. And two, they told me right in front of my mom's face that they couldn't do anything or wouldn't do anything because he wouldn't admit to what he did. Like, dude, who's just gonna admit to what they fucking did?
You also know that just like this current injury, when they called the police about this stop sign incident, he definitely didn't have any physical marks on his body to show that he had been injured in any way. So it was just like, I don't know, this guy's calling and saying he got attacked, but physically he looks fine. We can't measure in any way that he's been harmed in any way. The guy is saying he didn't do it. Like, what do you want the police to do? Just arrest people at your word because you said they were mean to you?
To a police officer, are you fucking kidding me? Nobody's that fucking dumb or stupid. Well, I can't necessarily say fuck to 508 because I do have, my uncle who is a retired police officer. And like I said, I do know quite a few good police officers, but most of them are from, my high school years, and they're all retired by now. So I can't say fuck all 5-0, but around here, for a majority of the ones that don't want to do their fucking job, yeah.
It's like Red Dead Redemption 2 when they start talking about how this is like the last days of the Wild West. The last days of decent policing in the United States was the early 2000s. And after that, the last good cop who happened to work at Cyrax's high school retired. And now it's just a wasteland out there.
Yeah, I can say that. But because of what happened, I've been laid up in bed. When I wasn't eating dinner, I was laying down trying to fucking sleep.
Yeah, but that's always what happens. It's not like you were running a 5K prior to this happening.
When I first got home, I got my arm bandaged. And I tried sleeping. And it's hard. It really is hard. And honestly, I'm lucky that I didn't break my arm from the goddamn impact. Because when I went down that hill, I did fucking 30 miles an hour. And I could have broken my arm.
Did he just say he was going 30 miles an hour down a small hill on a skateboard? Once again, is he out of his mind? I love that he doesn't even know how to lie well enough, even though all he does is lie all day. to tell a realistic lie. Like, he'll say that something was 500 feet tall, but he fell off of it and survived. And he'll say he was going 50 miles an hour on a scooter, and just stuff that no matter how much he tries to sell it, it's not even going to begin to convince anybody because it's just so outlandish and oftentimes physically impossible.
Thankfully, I didn't. But, people like me get victimized every day, and we're fucking tired of it. I'm tired of being victimized. I can't even go outside to do a vlog or do photography I get fucked with. And it's sad. Because if you guys know me, I love to film. I love to do stuff. I love to be outside. Like, that's me.